Well, here we go, folks. Here we go again. God, I just love some of these freaking ass YouTube channels. They got so much crap. Well, let's see. The majority are for Ukraine. And, man, you can get so damn much repeated BS from these sites. But what the hell, they got a nice program showing you a whole lot of pictures and everything that's old, has nothing to do with current events. And they got great microphones and they speak really good, but they're so full of BS, it's pathetic. And like I say, probably 80+% is all propaganda anyway. Most of the good news, if you want to call it good news, actually comes out of Russia. But, you know, Russia's going to do their propaganda also. But all I got to say, man, is Ukraine, men and women that are doing the fighting are the ones really paying the price. And granted, Russians are paying the price also. But the majority of the dying is on the Ukrainian side. And then we won't forget all those wonderful Ukrainian deserters from Ukraine. All those wonderful men that prefer to have women do the fighting for them while they get the hell out of the country and make a buck. Oh, well, we won't get into this. But the main issue I got is a lot of people are talking about F-16 fighter jets going to Ukraine. Well, there's a few countries they say are training Ukrainian pilots. Okay, first of all, Ukrainian pilots, they're probably, God, if I rated them on 1 to 10 as far as quality of fighter jet training, combat training, I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, they probably rate number 2. And take some of the countries doing the training. Greece, Netherlands, Germany, something. Probably out of those, Greece probably sucks maybe like a 3 in combat fighter planes. Netherlands, whatever other countries supposedly given F-16s, their pilots, man, they rate 2, 3, 4 in the world. And they're going to train Ukrainian pilots? And granted, the best country as far as fighter pilots is probably USA. I give us that credit. They are probably the best fighter plane pilots trained as fighter pilots. And I rate them probably 7. Russia, I rate them somewhere in the 7 category also. And then you take the F-16s. How long is it going to take for a second-rate Ukrainian pilot to learn to fly a combat aircraft and use it in combat? My experience on jet planes, fighter planes, 2 to 3 years max to be half-ass good at it with no real fighter experience in combat. It's all simulations, practice. Well, if it takes 2 to 3 years or more for a good American to be a good fighter pilot, can you imagine how long it's going to take to train a Ukrainian? Well, like I say, a lot of those countries are getting rid of their F-16 so they can get the money and buy brand new F-35s from USA. That's, back to, again, it's all making money. First of all, Russia would take care of them with its air defensive and its Russian pilots and their planes. They could take care of the F-16s. Plus, then you've got all these people that's required just to maintain an F-16. Man, over the years, I've lost count, but it takes a lot of men to maintain one of those fighter jets and a lot of expensive parts. So what the hell? Give them the F-16s, let the countries make a buck off of it so they can get new ones. But it's still the same thing. Ukraine is going to lose. They're going to lose this damn conflict. And like I say, I'll go back. I'm going to criticize Russia. They should have ended this goddamn thing in 1 week. The first week, they should have went in and controlled Ukraine and kicked out those Zelensky and his cohorts out of the frickin' ass country with all their ill-gotten gains, of course, which they've been taking out really for 18 months or more. They're really making the bucks. But it gives them a lot of villas and millions of dollars to live on when they go to some other country. Hell, let the taxpayers around the world pay for it. Who cares? Who cares? They don't care. Shit. The more the war goes on, the more money they can make. The more money their friends can make. And of course, a lot of it's going to be returned to the politicians around the world. Election donations, non-profit organizations, and whatever they can throw money at. Anyway, I'm out here, folks. I know I'm going to get a lot of conflict on this, but what the hell, I'm used to it. But at least I try to tell it the way it really is. No bullshit, no hype. Those F-16s are just like anything else. They'll help prolong it, but they ain't going to do no good. Russia's just going to rip them up. But like I say, I'm really upset at Russia. They should have ended this the first week. But Putin had no objective or goal to take over all of Ukraine. I've said it before. I've said it from the first day. But stupid people around the world, they just can't get smart. Millions of people, and they just let those few thousand politicians run the world. Sad, sad, sad. But one of these days,